Yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast live. Yeah, absolutely. So, we got a heck of a show for you here tonight. What we're gonna do? Let's go ahead and wait a few minutes. Let a few people get in the chat, but we got one hell of a show lined up for you. Obviously, as you can see by the rundown. We're going to talk Kendrick Perkins and LeBron James and the media and how the perception of LeBron James is really, really changing. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Kristaps Porzingis, his effect on the finals and the Celtics. And, of course, we're going to talk about the logo, Jerry West. You know what time it is. If you're here on YouTube and you haven't already, please make sure you go ahead, click that like, that subscribe, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast, and we should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us that like, that 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. And finally, make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, set an alarm, do whatever you got to do to remember. Saturday nights at 7 p.m. we are live here on the Format Podcast, and we'll give you the opportunity to call in, talk to us, get at me. I love it. I can't wait. Normally I do, if y'all are with me on the channel, normally I do what's called Throwback Thursdays. And this week I had planned to do Larry Bird. I had everything laid out and all that, and G knew that. And then we got the news this morning that the logo himself, the great Jerry West, passed away at the age of 86. So once again, fate made the decision for me on who's going to be the primary person on that we're going to discuss on Throwback Thursday. And there we go. So it is Jerry West, and well, like I said, Jerry West passed away at the age of 86, and so he's no longer with us. So I guess first thing we want to do, let's go ahead, give a moment of silence for the logo. All right. So Jerry West, man, one of the all timers, one of the all time greats, and most of us who are watching this channel and most of us who are basketball fans, unless we really went back and were basketball historians, shout out to the Hoop Historians podcast, my man Tony. What up? Most of us, unless we're basketball historians, don't really know how great Jerry West was. And this is a guy who he's the original great shooting guard in the NBA. Played from the late 50s all the way through the early 70s. I think he played 14 seasons. Excuse me. So today they always talk about Jerry West. They always talk about Steph Curry, Klay Thompson as the best backcourt and the best shooting backcourt of all time. But before it was them, it was Jerry West and Gail Goodrich. Gail Goodrich was a star point guard from I played for UCLA, and Jerry West, obviously from West Virginia. I think he won the national championship there. But Jerry West is that dude. You can see he had to pull up, jump shot mastered, and this is a guy. For his career, he averaged 27 points a game, 5.8 rebounds, 6.7 assists. And in an era where dudes didn't shoot a high percentage, they just got a lot of shots up. Jerry West is 47.5% from the field for his career and 81.5% from the stripe. So he was great. Now, let's also keep in mind 27 points per game in an era with no 3-point line. So we can only imagine if he had threes, probably average closer to 32 or 33 points a game for his career, which, would be higher than Michael Jordan, which would be the highest average of all time. If was the fifth though, right? But the point is, Jerry West, man, all time great. This is a guy, 14-time All-Star, 10-time All-NBA first team, one-time executive of the year. And the crazy thing is, obviously we know that he's the NBA logo, that silhouette there, and you can see it in the thumbnail. That silhouette there, that's Jerry West dribbling. But the crazy thing is, he would have been regarded as even better if he wasn't 1-8 all time in the finals. Why was he 1-8 all time in the finals? Because he kept running into the Boston Celtics with Bill Russell and those guys, and that was really that was the beginning of the Celtics-Lakers rivalry, which we see today, right? So excuse me. So Jerry West and Gail Goodrich and those guys, and later Wilt Chamberlain and what's my man named the small forward Elgin Baylor, one of the all-time greats, another one. Those guys were loaded up, and they kept meeting up with the Celtics in the finals, and they kept coming up short. Jerry West, matter of fact, is the last Finals MVP to be on the losing team. That's how good he was. He also has the record for highest points per game in a playoff run, like an entire playoff season. That was 40.8. Like, he was an absolute monster. Gee, I'm running off at the mouth, man. But what are your thoughts on Jerry West and what he meant to the game of basketball?
I think he was the only player to get MVP. He dropped a 42-point triple double, and they lost against the Celtics in was that 69? I want to say 69.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost against those guys, and he still managed to get MVP. Only player to do that, and so definitely a bucket, right? He was definitely a bucket, and
Absolutely.
I don't know, man. His highlights is just a lot of pump fakes, you know. It's a lot of pump fakes, but he was a pure shooter. What the two guard, what it stands for. I don't know his height. I don't know how tall he was, but
I think he was 6'3", 6'4". He wasn't
6'3",
that
definitely
tall.
shooting over all his defenders.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, the logo. I mean, what else is there to say?
It says it all, right?
He definitely gave everybody fits.
So I think one of the crazy things, though, when we talk Jerry West is, though, we know obviously what an incredible basketball player he was. I think he got inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1980, 79 or 80. So we know obviously what a phenomenal talent he was between the lines. But then he has his second career, and this guy is the architect of like at least two dynasties, right? The Golden State dynasty and then the Shaq Kobe Laker dynasty. So he was the reason that Kobe ended up in LA, right? Because remember, he orchestrated that trade with Charlotte that sent Divac to Charlotte and Kobe with the 13th pick, I believe, to the Lakers. So arguably, he's responsible for the arguably greatest player in Lakers history. I'm still gonna go with Magic, but I'm not mad at anyone who says Kobe. Not mad at all. But he's responsible for the arguably greatest Laker in NBA history to become a Laker, right? He pulls off that trade. And then after Shaq moves on and goes to Miami and everywhere else, and Kobe was kind of struggling, even though Kobe was killing, but he had no help. Well, Jerry West helped to orchestrate the deal that sent Pau Gasol to the Lakers. Now Kobe goes to 3 straight finals and wins 2 of them. So he ends up with 5 chips.
Talent knows talent.
Talent knows talent.
Yeah.
Then he ends up working in the Golden State front office, right? So when everybody's concerned about Steph Curry, because remember earlier in his career he had all the injuries and whatnot, everybody's concerned. What are we gonna do? We got Monte Ellis, we got another small guard. Jerry West said, "Yo, let Monte Ellis walk. This dude Steph Curry he's a real deal." So responsible for that. Then assisting the Klay Thompson draft. Then he assisting getting Kevin Durant there. So like Jerry West has been responsible, I think, for so many amazing moves, and you just watch him and like the guy is incredible. He may be the best executive of all time. Like he's that good. I'm not gonna go as far as say definitively is. I don't study the front offices, but he may be. He's been responsible for some incredible team building. Your thoughts on
I
that
mean,
part?
with that percentage, right? Like his
Mm-hmm.
work ethic has to be crazy to be 6'3" and put up 42 points, hitting buzzer beaters at the game. He's clutch. That's why he's on. That's why he's on the thing. On 1-8 in the finals. Yeah, that's a team sport, but he showed up during in all those finals, right?
Yeah.
He played the game,
Mm-hmm.
and I think his family, hat go off to his family. I'm pretty sure, the league is mourning him. I don't know what type of player he is, but you can tell that the work ethic was there. He put that work in to get where he's at, and he should be more on the court.
Absolutely. It's wild though to think that he might have been a better executive than player though. Like that's to me like that's the wildest part. Like all the stuff he did and like you just said, man, talent knows talent. Like they could see it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I guess that's the easy part, right? Like, but putting that work in, I mean, this guy was a baller, man. Like he balled, he played, and I don't think his winning percentage, because it's still a team sport. Like he never like not showed up during the games that he lost, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just it was a better team, and
Yeah,
and,
no,
and like
that's
you
okay.
said, yeah, it's. I mean, it's before my time, so
Yeah,
you know,
same. What we got? We got a comment right there. What's good,
Sneak.
Sneed? Good to see you in here, man. Appreciate you, brother. Good to see you. You gonna like this next topic, man. We didn't do the first topic yet because it was kind of slow to start, so we actually just skipped to Porzingis. Now we're paying homage to the logo, as you hear. But this perk LeBron topic, yeah, get ready, get ready. But yeah, man, this Jerry West. It's amazing though. What is this in like about 2.5 weeks now? We've lost two of the all timers,
Yeah.
Bill Walton and Jerry West. Appreciate you on that, Sneed. Absolutely. I didn't even say it, man. Thank you. If you're watching on Facebook, please make sure you go over to YouTube. Check out the channel, the Format Podcast. Like and subscribe. Really appreciate that. If you're watching on Instagram, like and subscribe. On link is in the bio. So going over to YouTube, like and subscribe. Really appreciate that. All that helps us push the channel out and push the videos out. You know the YouTube algorithm, all that. And if you're on YouTube and you haven't already, man, you know the turn. You know what time it is. Like and subscribe. All right, so I'm not even going to open up the phone lines for any phone calls on that. That was just like we said, Throwback Thursday. It was originally supposed to be Larry Legend, Larry Bird, but sometimes fate has a way of changing your plans, and in this case, they did. So we had to give the logo his due, and looks like it'll be Larry Bird next week because that's my guy. And maybe by this time next week, Jason Tatum will have joined Larry Bird in the pantheon of Celtics champions. But we'll see.